What's up, everybody? Another episode of Smoking That Ish. I am your very tired host, but I'm going to keep the energy up. You know, I just want to get a little bitching out. I'm your very tired host, Martimus. Like, share, subscribe. Make this the year of the ish, huh? Let's get this going. I don't know, just because it's fun. D-Game 6923 on YouTube and D-Game Podcast Studios, thank you for allowing us to do this. A couple quick corrections from last week's episode. Urban Extracts carts are not $50. They are $50, not $90. So that means they are $5 more for an extra half gram of cart goodness. And they're very tasty carts, very good, high quality. I don't know. I can't say enough good things about them. It's lasted me a week and then some. So the other people in the business, you better get with it. You better take notice. Urban Extracts is going to take over if you guys don't start doing something. I mean, you either got to start coming with 1 gram carts or drop those half grammers to around $25, or Urban Extracts is going to take over, man. And rumor has it that they're going to have even better stuff coming out pretty soon. So, man, I'd get on that if I was you guys. Another announcement. That was really the only thing that I had. And they do not use distillates. Urban Extracts 100% does not use distillates. So there's that correction. So they're good, high quality, nothing wrong with them carts for a whole gram for $50. I picked up, this is cool, DNS has jars now, and they are plastic jars. But still, a jar is a jar is a jar. And they also went with the wood grain, kind of like DNGs, but a little different style of wood grain. And instead of glass, they went with a plastic jar, which is still nothing wrong with a plastic jar. A plastic jar, big fucking win. I picked up some Passion Pit, and Passion Pit is 23.2% THC. It's a hybrid indica, so it's right up my alley. Very good stuff. It smells like overabundantly earthy. It's just such a hardcore earthy smell. It's really, really good. The nugs in this compared to the ice cream banana that I had on an earlier show, there is no comparison. These nugs are so much better. They look so much better. Jars 100% the way to go. And it had a really nice, good smoke, really clean, sweet. Yeah, it was all around a really good high. I liked it a lot. The plastic jars, no shame in that whatsoever. I think it's a great idea. Way to go. 100% way to go. A good, clean, sweet smoke on that Passion Pit. I look forward to picking up more of their stuff in the jars, because that makes it more appealing to me. So definitely, you might start seeing more DNS on here than we've seen in the past because of that. Really, really good bud. Good job, you guys. DNS doing really good stuff, and they're organic, so that's really good. That's probably has something to do with why it's such a clean smoke, a really good clean smoke. Today, this episode, we are going to be talking about the Hue plant-based vape. Hue, H-U-U-E. Plant-based vapes. Clean, consistent, convenient. Hue. That's right, Hue. I'm available for hiring. Hue plant-based vapes. These guys, they dream of being to dry herb vaping what K-Cups and Nespresso are to coffee. Flower vaporization perfected. Them some big claims, I think. That's to perfect. Okay. Perfect smoking device. Sure. Natural, smooth, tasty, consistent, convenient. This pamphlet is just packed with buzzwords, dude. All the buzzwords are in there. They really want to push just how convenient this thing is for you. The last, let's see, perfected, natural, smooth, tasty, consistent. Yeah, just all the all the buzzwords are there, dude. Those last two things, the flower vaporization and the natural, smooth, tasty, those last two are underneath a pic of a woman in a bubble bath hitting her Hue dry herb vape with a picture on her face like, oh yeah, just, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. And you can tell that convenience is their big selling point, the most convenient, easy way to smoke. So I went through their pamphlet and looked at it. I was going to look at their website, but after going through the pamphlet, I really kind of lost the desire. Spoiler alert. I lost the desire to kind of go through their website. The Hue is a patent-pending flower puck system produced by cultivators who want the expression of natural flower in a more convenient method. I'm going to explain to you why I think this thing fell short. It has you going with the puck design, the convenience, a more natural expression of flower, a cleaner way to smoke. So a way to get a better flavor profile from your strain, you know, but not from your strain. It'll be from their strain. This would have been a big hit for me if they had some sort of device available where you could press your own pucks, but you have to buy your pucks from them or possibly a sister company. But either way, you can't turn your favorite strains into pucks unless they already have them. Maybe useful for tasting if it comes in a kit that allows you to press pucks, but it seems very similar to a dry herb vape to me. The Hue process transforms your favorite flower into flower pucks. Fresh tasting, consistently dosed, pure, better for you, and no mess. And this made me picture like an infomercial where somebody's trying to load a bowl or they're like trying to roll a joint and they got the tray of weed in their lap and fucking, oh, something happens. All their weed goes flying onto the ground, and then they're doing this, somebody's doing the same thing, but they're in like the kitchen at the table doing it, and they're trying, load their bowl or something, and the cat comes running through, oh no, and they drop it all over the floor, and then they're on their hands and knees, and they're trying to pick it up, and they look over at the camera, and they're like, there's gotta be a better way. And that's when they come out with the Hue vape. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I'm sorry. It made me picture that whole thing right there. How to enjoy a puck. That's right. A whole section in this thing on how to use this super convenient, easy to use device. Slow inhale. So right off the bat, you got to hit it slow. I imagine hit it slow and light. It says savor the experience with a slow and steady inhalation. So don't be sucking on this thing like you're trying to get the cure for cancer out of it or something, Slower hit should increase your ability to taste the entire array of flavors in your puck. And that last one, I wrote that. So that cheesy shit is contagious. Be careful. Might be coming through right now. Dosage guidance. Pucks require 4 to 10 hits for a typical dosage, which sounds about right, 4 to 10 rips. If you got really good weed, you can take care of it in 2. Puck duration. Enjoy 15 to 20 puffs. Flavor, strength, and smoke diminish gradually. Keep an eye on that. Smoke. Diminish gradually. So 2 to 5 dosages. Not terrible depending on how many pucks the device holds, how easily they unload and reload. Puck removal. Easily pop out of the device when finished. If stuck, I find it just hilarious that how easily they pop out is immediately followed by, if it gets stuck, It means your puck may not be finished. The puck, that's right, it's your fault. The pucks shrink a bit when they are used up, and they slide out better when they are hot. Try turning it off, wait 5 minutes, turn it back on, let the unit heat up, and then gently tap the side of the unit while the lid is open. It should pop right out. If that doesn't work, open it, turn it upside down, gently tap it 3 times on the front and twice on the back, flip it upside down again while turning it on and off, let it sit 5 to 10 minutes and turn it on, tap it twice on the bottom with a golden letter opener, and eat it. And nothing in that last part after, if that doesn't work, none of that was real. You're welcome. All right. A big red flag. Definitely think these pucks get stuck all the time in this thing. I'm definitely thinking that's a big issue. These pucks are definitely getting stuck in this thing. Vaporizer usage guide. Powering on. Click 5 times to power on the unit. And that seems pretty standard. Now, I wanted to, before I go on, I want to say something real quick. The reason I'm reviewing this thing is because it was offered to a dispensary, and they wanted me to check it out to see if it was worth the $50 for the device and whether or not they should have it or start getting these pucks or whatever this is. Yeah. The heating stage. Unit blinks red during the 45-second heating period, which also seems pretty standard. Ready state. Steady green light signals readiness. It might that a bit longer to produce vapor. That typo is in the pamphlet, and that also worries me. How well tested and, looked at, checked. Whatever can their device be when they didn't even read through the whole pamphlet to make sure that was good. But don't worry, the flavor and the hit are all there. Auto turn off after 90 seconds, unless the button is pressed, which will give you an additional 90 seconds. They explain that also in the pamphlet, but in a much more badly worded way, if you can believe that I worded it better. Extended use. Blinking for 10 seconds before turning off. Press for an additional 90 seconds. I don't know why they had to iterate that twice, but they do. Charging. First use charging. Always fully charge the unit before initial use, which is pretty standard with any new device you get. You always want to make sure it's fully charged before you bust it out and try firing it up. And no mention of whether a charger is included with the device, what kind of charger, anything like that. You can't really tell looking at it. You can't really tell too much about it, honestly. Not too many pictures to show you like the open, what it looks like opened or any of that stuff. Best practice. The best practice when using this device, clean the unit after using a tin of 16 pucks. So pucks definitely come in tins of 16 and more than likely have to be bought through the company or from some sister company of theirs. So, wah-wah. Supplies needed. Rubbing alcohol. No mention of strength of alcohol, but I would recommend something like Hyacol from Cloud9 Vape and Glass and Mitchell. It's 99% concentrated isopropyl alcohol and a Q-tip or two. And if I were the people at Hue, I would change that to cotton swab unless you want to pay the people at Q-tip. Filter removal. So all you should need to clean it is rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip or two. Filter removal. This is also another spot that kind of worried me. Loosen the round filter by pushing down on the inside of the inhalation lid and simultaneously pulling outward at the center of the filter. The filter is round with 2 prongs, and that sounds a little bit more complicated than they let on, and I feel like the filter might be fragile too. Clean filter and surrounding area with rubbing alcohol and Q-tip. Reinsert the filter with attention to its orientation, reinserting the prongs back into the inhalation chamber. I feel like these prongs can be broken or fucked with. So I'm getting bad vibes from this thing. Picture of puck. There's a picture of said puck, whether you can see it or not, and around it are a bunch of things saying why this puck is so great. Number 1, pre-measured to make dose control easy. You know, have you ever tried to smoke a bowl, taken 1 or 2 hits too many, maybe, you know, and gotten a little bit higher than you wanted to? Well, this claims to be able to remedy that. 100% fresh pressed cannabis flower with no chemicals or additives. Okay? I think honestly, we have a lot of options around here for clean cannabis with no chemicals or additives, so not a huge selling point there. Targeted full spectrum effects. Any cannabis, you know, you can get that. Convenient and hassle-free with no mess, gunking, or grinding. I imagine there could be a little mess. You got to discharge the pucks somewhere. Having to buy the pucks from the company and not having a way to press your own readily, you know, available, not having some attachment that comes with it or something like that is just, it makes this feel like a no-go for me just already at this point. There's just too many questions, you know? And then the next point on here, no smoke. Now, if you remember earlier, it said that smoke is one of the things that diminishes as you smoke your puck. Now it claims there's no smoke whatsoever. Low smell and no throat or chest hit. That also bothers me. I'm kind of old school. I actually like a good chest hit. I like that feeling. As a former smoker, maybe that's just me. I used to smoke cigarettes too, so that could be different from me. You know, let me know if you value a chest hit or anything like that, if that's even a thing for you. Works with most flower vaporizers and batteries. So wait, is it an attachment for a device or is it its own standalone dry herb vape? Plant-based vapes. It doesn't look like it attaches to anything. In this picture of these two smoking it, it looks like she's just hitting this thing. I don't know. Does that top just screw onto this big-ass battery? And you can only load 1 puck at a time? I thought it would hold like multiple pucks, and that would make it way cooler, but apparently that is not the case. So, works well with most flower vaporizers and batteries, so it's just an extra attachment thing. Clean and smooth experience. Hue pucks produce a vaping experience without unnecessary additives. As far as I know, you know, like I said before, South Dakota has clean organic flowers without additives available pretty much at any dispensary. Rare Earth Craft Cannabis and Dakota Natural Solutions are both organic. And there's, you know, plenty of other places that are growing very clean weed that you don't need to worry about. Enjoy a clean inhalation, minimizing exposure to harmful combustion substances, which they don't list any examples of, but I assume that they're talking about like propane and butane. Full spectrum entourage. I don't know why they put it that way. Hue pucks are crafted with real flower and flower extracts without distillates. Me personally, I assumed that the pucks were made with real flower, not fake flower. How bad are things in other states? We've got carts from different companies here that don't use distillates. Urban Extracts, like I talked about earlier, for $50 a gram. Sodak Selects, $45 for half a gram. High Hills, $40 for half a gram. From the Hills Dabs for $60 a gram. So I don't really see what the worry is with all this, you know, additives and stuff like that. We're pretty good here in South Dakota, actually. I wonder how it is in other states. The process preserves the flavor, terpenes, cannabinoids, and beneficial plant compounds in every puff. And as you know on this show, preserving terpenes is always a good thing. This thing seems like a really nice taster, but you can only test what they have available. You can only taste what they have. the unavailability of something to press your own pucks. Once again, serious miss here. Pure flower flavors. They really drive this shit home. The points that they want to make. Pure taste, convenience. They hit it over and over and over again. In contrast to traditional smoking, a Hue puck offers the authentic flavor of its flower without interference from smoke. Does it make a little smoke? Does it make no smoke at all? Who knows? Smoke conceals hundreds of unforgettable aromas and flavors produced by each plant's unique story. Really kind of going up their own ass now. Ultimate convenience. Did you get it? It's convenient. It's so fucking convenient. Do you understand how convenient this is? All right, ultimate convenience. Ultimate, ultra convenience. Hue tins offer an eighth in your pocket with 16 pucks. Ding, 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 ding. Hue sells the tins with the pucks for the Hue device. Getting you twice. Getting you coming and going, smoking and buying your device, your stuff to smoke. All right. Offer an eighth in your pocket with 16 pucks. Each, doesn't say a price, each for up to 3 individual sessions. Pop one into your device, enjoy, and pop it out. They put the exclamation points. And the gunk stays mostly in the puck, so your device stays much cleaner. Consistent dosage. Don't get too high. Once again, one of the points they've reiterated several times. Hue pucks in your tin are all identical in strength to each other. No more hidden surprises. What surprises? Are you guys finding different nugs in your bag of flour? This nug is super powerful. This nug's not as strong. I'm not fucking finding that. Me neither. I'm not finding that shit. Hue dry herb puck vapes seem like an answer to a question nobody asked. A real fancy taster that can only taste on the company's stuff. Just a giant fucking wah-wah. So Hue plant-based vape is just, it's no good. I don't think. Unless one of you guys has tried one of these and there's some reason I should check them out or something. I feel like this was a huge loss. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. And thanks for smoking that ish.